Good afternoon, it's Martin at Pendle Performance. Monday. Hope everyone's had absolutely great weekend. Starting to get nice weather now, so everyone's had a nice weekend and we're fresh for the week ahead. This is the second vehicle we've got on the dyno today. The first vehicle we did, which were T6.1, absolutely perfect. This is a new vehicle. It's a T6.1, not the Bosch ECU. This is the Delphi DCM 6.2. Now, when we are able to tune the Bosch ones, I will make a public video on that and explain. Anyway, back to this vehicle now. This is the T6.1, the 2-litre TDI common rail engine, controlled by a Delphi DCM 6.2. The engine itself is a Euro 6.2 engine. Like I said, this one being the 110 brake horse, a 5-speed manual. Absolutely stunning vehicle. Credit to the person who built it, credit to the owner. It's got some big wheels on there. Absolutely lovely colour. This is one of my favourite colours in them. This particular vehicle and the customer has had this vehicle remapped elsewhere from some Ace remapping company. You meant to be Ace at tuning these. Don't know who it is, I'm not going to name them really, but you can work it out yourself. Anyway, he's been to this tuning company and I think he's been back a couple of times and said, complained about it, and they've tweaked some stuff and then sent him on his way saying, no, it's perfect, it's Ace, it's working as it should be. And he's still not happy, so he's brought it here. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I've put it on the dyno and I've tried to dyno test it as it come to me with this tuning on there already. Not only do I dyno vehicles and also being able to look at the screen, I won't show you the results as yet, also look at the screen while I'm dyno testing, but I live data log the vehicles so I can analyse the data as I'm doing the dyno run, and I can, if anything in the data highlights to me that it's dangerous, I can stop the dyno run to save the engine really. Now, I got up to just over 3,500 RPM in this, and the EGTs were that high, I literally stopped the dyno. And if I'd have carried on, who knows, it could have ended up overheating the turbo seizing up, the turbo letting go, and various things can happen. So I stopped the dyno run, and the dyno run is absolutely shocking. Right, tuning wise, now going back 10, 15, 20 years ago, a lot of tuning companies out there made a great name for themselves within the tuning industry. And a lot of people did. For the reason being is going back 10, 15 years ago, engine control units were very, very basic, really basic, and you didn't need much knowledge really to tune the engine control unit. And even poor tuning on the engine control unit would get you power and it wouldn't give problems like modern control units. So a lot of companies have made a good brand, a good business name, and they're riding off the back of their name and trying to tune modern stuff such as this, and ended up knackering it up. Like I said, a lot of companies of the past, they have made names for themselves in tuning basic engine control units, and they've not really advanced their skill set in calibrating engine control units. And when you get the new modern control unit now that is on vehicles, they haven't a clue how to tune them. They have not got a clue. And I will be honest with you, it is a very, very time demanding the research and development that I put into tuning these particular vehicles. And I'm not going to be here forever doing it, because the amount of time it takes for me to input on new vehicles, it's just colossal. It really is colossal. I still do thoroughly enjoy it, and it's probably going to see my career out. I'm 50 now, they're trying to phase these type of diesel and petrol vehicles out. So, within the next 10 years, they'll probably try and phase me out as well. So, I'll be doing this for the next 10 years. But yeah, it does take a lot of input into correctly tuning modern control units to get correct, smooth power delivery, but also, more importantly, safe power for your engine, so you're not going to do damage to your engine. This tuning, what we're going to show you on here, is going to do major damage. Although, you spend an absolute fortune on these vehicles, and all types of vehicles really, and then you know, you see these tuning companies who'll pop round to your house, or, you know, you'll go round to theirs and garage and you'll have it tuned, and, you know, you think you're saving 100 quid or whatever else. In the long run, it could cost you a hell of a lot more with a damaged engine, because believe me, this sort of tuning, these modern engines, there's only going to be one end result, and that's going to be a knackered engine, knackered turbo. And these tuning companies will wash the hands of you. They will wash their hands. They're not bothered about the 200 or 300 or 400 quid that you've given to tune the engine. No, they'll just wash their hands of you, and then you'll be stuck with a very, very large, expensive bill, which is not funny really, to repair your vehicle. So please do some research and go to correct tuning companies that have put the long hours in to proper research and develop and custom tune vehicles correctly. Yes, you might be paying a little bit more than what you would do with going one of these Joe blogs, but in the long run, it's going to save you money. This poor chap is paid for having this vehicle remap. He's been back and forward to the tuning company a number of times. It's still a bag of shit. He's not got a refund, and he's come to us, and we're going to have to tune it. So he's paying twice. You know, he's had it tuned shit, and then he's going to have to pay me now to tune it correctly. We're going to put it back to 100% standard, do a lot of data logging, service reject DPF filter, and then correct tune it. I am absolutely gobsmacked. I'm going to show you the dyno results of it now. And like I said, I had to stop at 3,500 RPM. But I'm absolutely gobsmacked at how shit this tuning is. It really is shittest of the shit. You know, we'll have a look now and see what you think. So it's a 1/10 brake course. What on earth's going on here? Well, I know exactly what's going on. They've injected way too much fuel. The turbo's massively overspiked, meaning the requested boost pressure, actual boost pressure, the actual boost pressure has been spiked much higher than the requested boost pressure. It's ended up pulling back the fuel in, it's ended up pulling back the turbo, so you get a massive fluctuation in boost and obviously injection quantity, which you massively feel on the road. But look at that, that is absolutely horrific. So it's making over 400 newton meters of torque at 2000 RPM on a 5-speed gearbox on 20-inch wheels on a converted vehicle with that weight in. There's only going to be one end result of that, and that's your gearbox shattered or your dual mass flywheel just waving the white flag and wants to give in. It surrenders, it shits itself, the dual mass flywheel, or your gearbox explodes. That's going to be the result of that. That is absolutely diabolical, it really is. So like I said, the tuning companies, they have got away with it, you know, they have charged this chap money. This poor chap spent money on it, and it's been, this is the results what it's got. You know, if he could have done some research firsthand, he could have had it tuned correctly. There is some good tuning companies in the UK. They are getting fewer and fewer now because, like I said, modern control units is getting so complex. They're getting much harder to tune. Yes, they will shout and scream that they are the best remappers in the world and various other stuff, but when it comes down to it, the calibration they buy files from one another, they share files with each other, or, you know, they'll do crap calibration like this. All they're bothered about is putting money in their pocket. They're not bothered about the customers. I mean, this is an absolutely stunning van. To produce that on a stunning vehicle like this, they have no passion in what they do whatsoever. I would be ashamed of having to put that in a customer's vehicle. I'm really ashamed. I wouldn't take any money off anyone doing that. That, you know, it's that embarrassing. You wouldn't want to try and charge someone for doing that shit. You know, so that's what you get. So do some research on who you are going to get your vehicles with. Anyway, we are going to put this vehicle back to standard now, and then we're going to do a dyno run, make sure everything's running all right, and then we're going to custom tune it correctly. But thanks for watching anyway.